Hi everyone, welcome back to Thrift Witch. I have another haul video for you of just a small group of things that I got on a recent trip to the thrift store. So let's get started. I got this Dutch girl bell that is vintage. It is marked 627 on the inside. It's like a flow blue finish. And she actually looks kind of like an elf or a pixie, frankly, as much as a Dutch girl. She's cute with her big balloon skirt. I picked up another piece of Sakura ware winter scenery. I have a cup and saucer that matches this dinner plate, and so I thought these would be nice for Christmas time. Sakura winter scenery, Japan. I like them. Next is a vintage little planter with like an elf boot with mushrooms on it in this like brown and yellow glaze. I think it is marked something like a name Montreal. These were both sold and were available to be finished as like hobbyist pieces. So I thought that was a good pickup. Here we have a group of Canadian Duraware, which is the rosy pink bowls and plates, and Melmac, which is the yellow cups and the pink. You can see it there, Melmac 305, made in Canada. So I picked those up in a bag for I think $3. So I'm just gonna sell that as a lot. Vintage Melmac and Duraware does have collectors. I particularly like this dusty pink color here, and the yellow is a nice bright yellow. Next up are a couple canisters. These are also vintage. These are Anchor Hawking gingham. This glassware has a pitcher and glasses set, these canister jars, mugs that were milk glass with the gingham then on them. There's only, I believe, 2 canisters in the set. They came in blue, green, pink, I think even yellow. This one here, the glass is perfectly good. The inside of the plastic lid is damaged on this one, meaning that it doesn't suction in as nicely as this one does. So I'm gonna actually sell them for the same price, even though they're 2 different sizes because of the damage to the inside of the lid. But they're really nice. They're very kitschy. They're very vintage. Like the blue gingham. Next is a little 50s bar tray with this saying on it: a camel can go without a drink for 8 days, but who wants to be a camel? With like this guy here. Yeah, this guy's living his best life in the 1950s. I don't really think his wife's probably a big fan of him. Just look at him. So, vintage barware tray. Next is this ashtray. I think you can see on the camera that this clear glass ashtray actually has a pink glow to it, which I thought was really cool. I can remember my parents having this exact same ashtray, but not in this glass with this pink hue to it. Excellent weapon, as we have discussed previously. And this one fits nicely in the hand. You could really whack people with this, you know, if you needed a weapon instead of an ashtray. Another piece of glass is this. I'm going to try to see if I can hold it over something that'll show it. So it says 3 blind mice, little Miss Muffet, and little Bo Peep. And in the middle it has Mother Goose. I think you can see her there on the embossed on the bottom. This is, I think, Tiara glass rather, by RS. So it's got a leaf on the stuck to the bottom of it. There we go. So a nice little piece of glass. 3 blind mice. There's a spider who's about ready to hang out with little Miss Muffet. A vintage piece of macrame. This is a pot hanger with beads in a rust color. You kind of need a big planter in it or a big pot in it to see how it works, but definitely a fun vintage piece. In the back here is a large brass tray, decorative tray. Trying to, you know, I know people are collecting brass again, so I'm trying to be open to picking it up. I really liked this one because it has a very, I would say, Japanese scene on it with mountains, and then there's a dragon going around the mountain, which I thought was pretty cool. It's in overall nice condition with nice patina, so I picked it up. It's hard to see the petite, like the color, but it is a brass. Next is a piece I picked up for myself. This is Mexican pottery. It's probably tourist wear. Probably someone bought it while they were in Mexico and brought it back. I just really like Mexican folk art pottery and folk art. I have a big paper mache skull upstairs on my wall that I purchased from a gallery that imports Mexican wares from artists themselves to make sure that people are paid for their work. This, like I said, was probably picked up by somebody while they were traveling to Mexico. Sometimes these come in really brightly colored paint, which I like a lot, but I'll take this piece for my collection. And it is a candelabra. Next, I think my favorite thing that I picked up is this set of vintage or antique door or gate bells. And the reason that I think it's probably a gate bell is because of the way it's constructed. It's constructed to sit like this on top of something, not to be hung upside down or in another orientation. So I think really you would never have this on the top of a door because it wouldn't fit in the jamb, but on top of a gate it would fit nicely. And it's some really nice, warm, lovely bell sounds. So I think that was a really nice find. Just a couple more things. A vintage 41-inch square cotton tablecloth that is completely handmade and hand embroidered with, in the corners, figures. So a female figure, like I would say this is a Southwestern / Mexican sort of theme with the background of the adobe or like mesa homes and by her dress, and then the gentleman in the other corner, in the opposite corner, also I think probably a very Southwest / Mexican theme. It's a nice shape, nice cotton material, nice hand sewn and hand stitched edges, so pick that up. And then last is something that is actually going to be used in the booth for display, and it is this 24-inch high fiber optic Christmas tree. So the plan is to use it to display some of our Christmas ornaments and offerings in the booth. So everything you see here is going to either be available in the Perth Gore Street Antique Market or perhaps on Instagram. One of the witches is working on the Instagram account, and there will be sales starting up today, if I get this video posted today. If not, Instagram sales will have started already by the time that this video gets put up. So if you're interested in anything here, please drop us a comment or an email, reach out, and we can find a way to get it to you. As always, thank you for watching the channel. Thanks for supporting us at the booth and on Instagram, and appreciate it. Thanks.